What do you need to be truly free financially? According to Warren Buffett, billionaire investor, there are 15 habits that will make your dreams of financial well-being come true. If you can follow these 15 simple rules in your daily life, you're well on your way to living frugally like a billionaire. Number 1. Find a life partner who has the same financial mindset as you. One of the best predictors for a successful marriage is shared values. And if you really want to live a frugal lifestyle that leads to financial success, you're going to need buy-in from your better half. Number 2. Don't borrow money to invest, or at least don't do it excessively. This practice is called leverage, and it's generally only a good idea if you are confident that you will have other sources of income that are sufficient to offset any potential losses. Additionally, leverage is only a good idea if you know you'll be making more than you'll need to pay back. Basically, it boils down to this. Borrowing $100,000 to fund your friend Rob's fantastic new app idea that he has mostly figured out is a bad idea. Borrowing $1,000 at a 3% interest rate to invest in an asset you know will appreciate at a 5% rate, that's a much better idea. But if you don't have $1,000 to cover your loss if something goes wrong, don't muddle with leverage at all. Number 3. Don't buy more house than you need. If you've been on Instagram for more than 3 seconds, it can be tempting to start daydreaming about a millionaire's mansion, complete with an 18-car garage and an infinity pool. If you want financial health, you'll want to skip the flashy house. You may be able to afford that expensive house, but what about the utilities or the property tax? What do you do when that infinity pool breaks and needs repairing? The costs add up, and so do the headaches. Make your life simple and let your budget breathe easier. Buy a home based on your needs, not what you can afford. Number 4. Buy the smartest car, not the prettiest. You don't need a spaceship on wheels. You need something that won't break down and need a fancy part shipped in from Italy that takes 8 weeks to arrive. In 2023, Warren Buffett continues to drive a 2014 Cadillac XTS. He picked this car because it was safe and had airbags on both sides, not based on how it looked. Instead of buying a new, flashy, expensive car, consider buying a safe, reliable, and cost-effective car. You can invest the extra money you would have spent on a flashy car in assets that will generate income. Number 5. Avoid loans as much as possible. Debt can drag down even high earners and make even those earning 6 or 7 figures live paycheck to paycheck. The best way to keep debt under control is to never take out loans except for essential purchases. What counts as an essential purchase? A home or education. Other large expenses are rarely essential or beneficial in the long run. Make sure you can afford the monthly payments when taking out a loan. Don't bank on your current financial situation improving. Be reasonable about what you can pay off. Also, pay off loans as quickly as possible. The sooner you pay it off, the less time you will spend being dragged down by the big negative on your balance sheet. Number 6. Make purchases based on quality, not brand name. While it may seem tempting to own the flashiest sunglasses with the biggest, brightest logo, you won't be so happy with your new pair of shades when they snap in half. Your number 1 concern when making purchases should be quality. How long will this last? Will it do the job it needs to and do it well? Buying brand name items might feel good at the moment, but people won't be as impressed as you hope. And if the item isn't also made well, you'll find more inconvenience than you bargained for. Number 7 is obvious, but difficult to implement. Avoid unnecessary spending. Here's an example. A gold toilet sounds awesome in theory, but again, it's not something that will really make your life better. You don't need to avoid all expensive purchases. After all, improving your life is the point of having more money. But if you want to improve your life in the long term, make only those purchases that bring value. Consider your needs and what you believe truly matters in life. Splurging once in a blue moon is fun, but it can easily turn into a habit that drains your finances. Keep it under control and you'll live a much happier, wealthier life. This next tip from Warren will surprise you, especially coming from a billionaire. Number 8. Use coupons. Though you may not get a newspaper with coupons delivered daily to your home, it's still easy to find coupons online. Many sites and browser add-ons specialize in finding you coupons, so you can save while spending minimal time searching for the coupons yourself. This can be particularly helpful when dining out. Restaurants, especially those new to your area, will often offer coupons or discounts. Make use of these. It may take a few minutes to get your coupons together, but making this habit will save you a lot and make it worth it in the long run. Number 9. Buy affordable food. Do you know where Warren Buffett gets his breakfast every morning? None other than that classic fast food chain McDonald's. The total cost of his breakfast is usually under $5. While most health experts wouldn't recommend following this morning ritual exactly, the spirit of it is great advice. Focus on nutrient-dense, affordable foods, not the latest fad smoothie or tiny plate restaurant. Going out to a fancy dinner for special occasions won't make or break you. But in your daily life, buy food that fills you up and fuels you, not food that looks good in pictures or has a hefty price tag. Number 10. Buy things when they're on sale. Notice we didn't say find sales and shop them. The key isn't to be seduced by every sale you see. In fact, many stores have a business model of fake sales and discounts to entice shoppers. Instead, if you need to buy something, wait for it to go on sale. For instance, if you're buying a car, dealerships often do special events and deals throughout the year. If you know what car you want, look at the prices around town and keep an eye out for any sales that drop the price. Additionally, waiting after the initial release to buy something will save you a lot of money. It may be tempting to buy that new phone or video game right when it comes out, but if you wait a few weeks, the price will often drop considerably. If you wait longer, the item will often be on sale and you can even save more. Number 11. Make purchases with cash, not cards. Cash has a bigger impact psychologically than handing over a credit card. When you hand over a credit card, it's so light and fast, and the numbers are so abstract that you don't really feel like you're losing anything. But if you hand over cash, you can feel the weight of it and see exactly how much you're spending. It becomes that much harder to hand it over. Plus, it keeps you out of that debt cycle that many of us fall into with credit cards and make sure you never pay pesky credit card fees. Number 12. Only upgrade when you need to. When it comes to what you really use your phone for, there really isn't much difference between an iPhone 13 and an iPhone 14. While it may be tempting to keep up with your peers and get the latest and greatest as soon as it comes out, this is another unnecessary purchase that's draining your funds away from the opportunities that could really improve your life. If your current phone still works fine, don't upgrade. Warren Buffett didn't even start using a smartphone until 2020. This doesn't mean you have to stay behind technologically, but as we pointed out, new iterations of the same product are not that different from each other. In fact, from the iPhone 13 to 14, most features stayed the same, except for a new action mode and photonic engine that you don't use now and probably don't need. Is that really enough to justify throwing your current phone away and spending $800? For most people, yes. But for Warren Buffett, he's still on the iPhone 11. Number 13. If you plan on getting married, have a simple wedding. Weddings are big business in the US. The average wedding in 2022 cost $30,000. That's enough money to pay for a 4-year college degree at a private university. Here's what the wedding industry doesn't want you to know. A wedding doesn't have to have a huge price tag to be meaningful for the participants and their guests. Consider what will make your big day the most fun and memorable for you and your partner, not what costs the most so your mother-in-law will finally be impressed. This advice goes for a lot of big events. A simple party with your closest friends can be a lot more rewarding than a big shindig to impress everyone you can stuff into your house. Number 14. If the cash doesn't flow, it's a no. Only invest your money in things with cash flow. This means assets that will provide you with a steady stream of income over time. Again, your buddy Rob's new app that will totally hit the big time once it's developed does not count. Cash flow assets include dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, and stocks in profitable businesses, among other assets. You want to invest only in those things that will add to your income and appreciate in value over time, adding to your wealth. Finally, number 15. Choose a career you love. This might sound counterintuitive. Shouldn't you pick the stable career with the best income? But think about it. What career are you most likely to do well in? The one you hate or the one you truly enjoy? If you love your work, you'll work harder at it, perform better, and be a better teammate for your coworkers and boss. All of this combines into more opportunities and most likely a better income. As a bonus, you'll be less tempted to make impulsive purchases to make yourself happy after being miserable at work. These 15 frugal living habits will help you protect your financial well-being on a day-to-day basis. But what can you do to increase your wealth over time? Keeping your money in cash reserves is actually depleting your net worth. So what should you do instead? Click here to find out.